Hey everyone, in this video I will open Liar's Uno card game. Let's get caught. Or rather, don't.
Hi everyone.
Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and also check out my gaming channel, Markis P Gaming, for video game Let's Play content. Will you be honest? Or will you be conniving? The choice is yours when you play certain Liar's cards. There is a special wild card that I'll have to discuss in detail, as it is a mouthful when it comes to its effect. So the instructions comes with 4 different languages. I lied. Get it? So there's the back of your Liar's Uno cards. That's what I thought. So that's what a regular card looks like. But if you see one that has really strange font and there's black in the center and it looks all crispy for lack of better words, then that would be a Liar's card. When you play a Liar's card to the discard pile, you must place it face down. And then you have to call out what it is. You can tell the truth, or you can lie. But also, when you play a Liar's card, you have to make sure that it matches the discard pile in some way. For example, let's say you play this green 2 face down on top of a, let's say a blue 5. And you would lie and say that it is a red 7. Well, you can't do that because it neither matches number nor color. It has to match in some way, so instead you would have to say either it's a green 5 or a blue 7. That would make more sense. And then just cross your fingers and hoping that you do not get caught. I think that special wild card is on the end. And if you notice too, every single action card except for the special wild card, they are all Liar's cards, which means all these action cards must be played face down. So that's the special wild card that I mentioned. I'll discuss that in a little bit. And the second deck. Oop, hang on. That's better. Now, I wonder if you notice there's a couple of cards that have some special rules. Here's one of them. The 7s have a special rule as indicated by the symbol of the arrows underneath the number, and the same goes for, wait for it, the 0s. They also have a symbol which represents they have a special rule as well. And then if you notice the symbols on the top and bottom, those are for colorblind players. But yep, that's pretty much it for how the cards look. And then there's your wild. Draw 4. Ooh, you get 6 of these special wild cards. Okay, I guess I'll cover the 0s and 7s next. Let's start with the 7s first, which has the swap mechanic. If you play a 7 of any color, whether that card is a regular or a Liar's card, then choose a player, and you must swap your hand of cards with that player. And then the 0s have the pass mechanic. If you play a 0 of any color, whether that card is a regular or Liar's card, then all players must pass their hand of cards to the player next to them in turn order. And one other thing about these two cards is that if either a 7 or 0 is challenged, then the penalty card is drawn after their effects are resolved. If you play a Liar's card face down, lie about it, and you get caught, you must take that card back and draw 1 card from the deck. However, if you are challenged in this way but you are telling the truth, then the player that challenged you draws 1 card from the deck instead. Now, what happens if you play a regular card face down as a Liar's card? Well, I don't recommend that you do this, because if you do, even if you tell the truth and you get caught, you must take your card back and draw 6 cards from the deck. While it is required of you to play your Liar's cards face down, I highly recommend that you play your regular cards face up. The action cards that I showed off earlier, which must be played face down in this game, are regular action cards that we already know about, so I'm going to skip on those and move on to the final card. This is known as the Wild Liar's Challenge card. When you play it, choose a color. Then all the other players will take a card from their hand that matches that color and place it face down in front of them, declaring what that card is. In this scenario, it don't matter whether the card you played is a regular or liar's card. You can't play wild cards, they don't count. And if a player does not have a card in their hand that matches the chosen color, then they can play any card face down, but they must announce the matching color of that card. In other words, they would be lying. Now the player who played the challenge card can choose any player in any order and force them to reveal their card. If they were lying, they must put their card back into their hand and draw one card. Now, after that, the player can challenge more players if they want to until all the players have been challenged, or a player reveals a card of the correct color. When that part happens, that player and all the remaining unchallenged players get to put their cards underneath the challenge card, and then the game resumes as normal. Now in this way, a player can win the round if it's the last card in their hand. And if multiple people go out in this way, then those players win together. And there, that's Liar's Uno card game. I'm kind of off-put with this one. It teaches kids how to lie, but they'll eventually lie as adults anyway, so to each their own. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care.